Welcome to Omnidirectional, the podcast in 360 degrees. I'm MJ. I'm here with my buddy Pat.
Hello.
Yeah, and we're talking about Forza Horizon 4 today because we're freaking nerds.
Yes.
As you can see by our apparels, we are gamers. Got some hot chocolate. It's snowing out. It's freaking cold.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be way too hot.
Yeah, don't burn yourself.
Yummy whipped cream. So, Patrick.
Yes.
You are my longest standing friend.
17 years and going, yeah.
Yes, I believe you were either the first or second person I've met besides, like, family members.
Mm-hmm.
And of those three original, two still stand. Haven't talked to CS in a while, if you know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I'll tell you.
I know. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
I just haven't talked to him. Like, I haven't seen him in ever.
Yeah.
Still good friends with you-know-who, though.
Mm-hmm.
Still inquire with him. He's great. So, you like cars.
Yes.
I like games. We both like games. I didn't know jack crap about cars until about a month ago. Discord Nitro was running a special service where if you bought Discord Nitro, you got 3 free months of Xbox Game Pass for PC. I bought it. But, like, why not? It was a great freaking deal. And front and center with their most popular game on Game Pass was Forza Horizon 4. If you don't know what Forza is, it's a car game. It's considered to be one of the most realistic car games ever created. And it's fun. Somehow I managed to play it before Patrick.
Well, because I don't have the money for Game Pass.
That's fair. Well, you do now, but you didn't.
But I didn't.
The guy who's been playing Forza forever, and somehow some dumbass with a 360 controller walks in like, car game, cargo room. So I have notes here. So my first question. How did it feel to finally play a game you've been watching and waiting to play for easily, 2 years it's been out now?
Since 2018, November 2018.
It was its birthday last month.
Yeah.
How did it feel to finally play it?
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been wanting that game pretty much since it came out, and now that I finally got to play it, it's like a dream come true. It
is really fun.
It is.
I
play it at least once every day.
I haven't played it in a while. Maybe you can play some today. I don't know. It is great. Wow, that question went down quick. So, a follow-up. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, it was. There's a lot more content to the game now.
I hated how you had to hesitate there. You were like, was it? Oh yeah. The thing's jam-packed with cars that I've never heard of. So, another one. This is actually getting right into the gameplay. So if you don't know, Forza groups its cars by classes, not only by its grade and rank, but the type of car it is, which helps limit for races. Now, of those groups, Hyper, Super, Cult, Off-Road, that general thing, what's your favorite?
I'll have to go with classic supercar.
Classic supercars.
Yeah.
So really late 90s, early 2000s more-ish?
70s to 90s.
70s to 90s, okay. Really? Is early 2000s still considered modern super?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because, you look at a supercar from 2001, and it's like, wait, that's a supercar? My Honda Civic can hit that speeds. But hey. I mean, that's good. My personal favorite, probably just in general, is supercar. Just the whole thing, but probably modern super is my favorite because I like the rooms, I like the speed. So here's one that I literally writ for myself because I'm an idiot. Do you feel as if there's enough representation of vehicles that are not just car? Are there enough trucks in the game? Are there enough electric vehicles in the game? That kind of thing. Are there enough POP 50s?
Well, I think the game sticks tried and true to its original way of doing things, which is car.
Mm-hmm.
And trucks and electric vehicles and motorcycles and stuff like that were never really in the game before until I think Forza Horizon 2.
Did 2 have electric? I know 3 had a Tesla.
Electric did not, but they started introducing trucks.
Okay.
So.
And when I mean trucks, of course there's the Toyota Baja.
Yeah.
And F-150 Supers. Those are racing trucks. I mean, God forbid the Iron Knight exists. But for electric, I honestly don't feel like there's enough electric representation in the games because they have proven time and time again that electric vehicles are really close to almost being like superior vehicles. Mm-hmm. Not in everything, obviously, but you look at the IDR and you're like, oh, that's electric. How?
Yeah.
And you look at a Tesla and you're like, that's a consumer grade electric vehicle. Yeah. Those were in 3. Technically, there's a Tesla in 4, but you had to pre-order the game.
Yeah, I was
still mad at that. That sucked, but I personally don't feel like there's enough electric vehicles in the game. I think the truck ends are doing great.
Oh yeah, the trucks are fine.
There's tons of, freaking Fords and Rams. There's quite a few of those. Obviously, there's the Iron Knight, which is the best.
And you have the Unimog.
Oh, the Unimog does exist. I forgot about that.
We also have the Gurkha.
Oh, that's true.
The Mercedes 6x6.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the Velociraptor.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That thing that's like $2 million for an extra 2 feet of truck.
Yes.
3 feet, whatever.
And an extra 50 horsepower.
Wow. $1 million well spent. 50 whole horsepower. So, this one's controversial. Ford GT40 Mark II or the Ferrari 330 P3?
I'm gonna have to stick with Ford on this one.
The Ford GT.
Yeah.
They're both great cars.
They are.
I think modern looking now, Ferrari's kind of got them beaten down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. But if you're more on like the tuner side of everything, then you would go with the Ford. If you're more with like aesthetic or design, you would go with the Ferrari. It just depends. There's many different factors in why people like different things.
That's still hot. I don't like this game. I don't like Fallout 76. But it do be a Nuka World mug, and that is my favorite Fallout 4 DLC. Yeah, it still throws me off that there's a blue Ferrari. Like a stock blue Ferrari.
Well, there's always stock blue Ferraris. It's just in that game, the cover photo for it is blue. There's even a black one and a green one.
Well, I'm aware of the green Ferraris. And, black Ferrari, we passed one literally in real life 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to see the blue one just stick. It sticks out like a sore thumb. Mm-hmm. Like, red super. This thing can go 500 miles per hour.
When you go into the game, you can... When you choose the colors for the car that you're buying, you can go to the manufacturer colors. It's just that, like I said, the cover photo is red.
I got it from a wheel spin, so it just threw me off.
It automatically...
I saw a blue car, I'm like, oh, what's this? And then it said Ferrari, I'm like, what? So, what brand do you prefer to drive in-game? McLaren or Lamborghini? Lamborghinis. I'm more of a McLaren, because I like sticking to roads. But Lamborghini can actually hit off-road pretty well for some reason.
Because, of course, you have the normal Lamborghinis, like the Aventador, Huracan, Reventon.
My Huracan can go off-road, and it's weird.
Yeah, but then you also have the SUV side, which is the Urus and the LMH12.
Mm-hmm. Like, I love both. I love my Ferrari. Like, I drive my Huracan like no one's business.
My favorite car is the 599XX Evo, but I still would prefer over a Lamborghini.
Yeah. So... Does a racing stripe on a car really make it go faster?
Sadly, no.
Not yet.
Not yet.
The technology
Looks-wise, I don't really like stripes on cars that much. Other people can diss me for that, but I personally like a clean build instead of one that has stripes where they don't need to be.
Mm-hmm. So, on to my other side of poorly written notes. Which type of race do you like the most?
I like dirt races, like rally races.
Okay. I'm more of a street and road racing fan because, again, roads are fun, and I don't have nearly as many, oh shit, my thumbs don't work moments on the road. I like roads. What's your favorite part of the map?
Favorite part of the map?
Like, general area.
General area. I've got to say, maybe the bottom right side of the map, so that's towards, the big castle. I forget what part that's called, but
It's near Arthur's Seat, isn't it?
Yeah, right below Arthur's Seat.
So my favorite is practically, not dead center, but bottom center near the Horizon Festival. Because near the festival grounds, there is a ton of open road and farmland, and that's super fun to shred through. Especially because you go a little off to the right and you hit the longest strip in the game, which is the highway.
The highway.
Which, So much better than Forza 3's.
Oh my god, Forza 3's was...
But the map is like twice the size. Why'd they downgrade the map size?
It's so they could put more performance in the game, make it look nicer.
It does
if
look
you
good.
notice, when I showed you Horizon 3, it didn't look as good as 4.
It looked like how mine
Granted,
does.
it came out in 2016, but...
Forza 3 looks how I run my Forza 4.
Yeah.
Still good looking, but enough where it can perform really well.
Yeah, but then you've seen how I run my Forza 4, and it looks almost completely different.
Mm-hmm. So, why do you prefer Horizon over the Motorsport franchise?
It's mainly because of the free roam aspect. I like to just go wherever I want instead of just being it strictly a race every time. So then you can actually have fun with like your friends, or if you just want to cruise around by yourself, you can just go around the map, not have to worry about any boundaries or strict racing lines they have to go against.
I still think they should have added a racetrack into Horizon.
Yeah,
like
a Daytona track, at least a Daytona track.
Well, they have one. They have one in Lego Valley.
Yeah, in the Lego DLC, but you have to pay extra money for that on top of already a $60 game.
It's only $40 now.
Well, when it came out,
yeah.
When the Lego DLC came out, it was $60 still, and then
it's funny too because like the racetrack that Lego made was really good. It is a Daytona, but also inside it has a sprint track.
Yeah. That's a general track. That's called a Le Mans track.
In the middle, it actually has like, kind of. I don't want to. It's like an F1 styled track. Like obviously, it's on a much smaller scale.
Yeah.
But it's got curves. It reminds me of a Mario Kart track almost. Mm-hmm. Like curves, turns. I think there's a jump. I might be wrong. But
there's a jump in the middle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's super cool. Like, why couldn't they do that in the main Horizon map?
Yeah.
So, before playing Forza Horizon 4. Was there any like car company and brand you didn't know existed that are actually in the game?
Before I started playing, I didn't know Lotus existed, Alfa Romeo, Abarth, Zenvo, and a bunch of others that I can't remember because I don't really like them that much.
I'm telling you, I've never heard of Alumni Craft, ever.
Yeah.
Before.
Well, because they only make off-road vehicles, so they're not as known because nobody buys them just for economy cars.
But you gotta remember, I live 10 minutes away from a freaking off-roading place. True. On the highway. We pass it all the time. They've got spiders there and everything.
Yeah. Like
dirt bikes, spiders, so I would have figured there would have been just...
Well, that's actually a Polaris.
That is a Polaris.
Distributor.
Yeah. Papers. This one's a cool one. Where would you like the next Horizon title to be based off of or take place in? Japan.
That's what everybody in the Forza... almost everybody wants in the Forza community. They want Forza Horizon 5 to be in Japan.
You're a weeb.
I know I am, thank you.
Honestly, I want one to be in Rome.
Rome?
Massive open land with like tons of ruins and colosseums and like not Italian, but like very Eastern styled cities. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be super cool.
Yeah. Like
giant arches everywhere. I think a Rome would be great. I don't know, like Japan and China.
What do you think of when you hear the word Japan?
I think of Tokyo. Downtown Tokyo.
Exactly. So
just middle of Shibuya.
I would think Japan would be, of course you would have your cities, but realistically in Japan you would go from a city, maybe like a 5-mile drive outside of the city borders, it's all farmland. It's nothing but
that's what Tokyo, or not Tokyo, that's what Japan and China is.
Yeah,
it's a lot of farm.
And also you have to think of like the history behind the cars that actually come from Japan itself. That's pretty much where the JDM community comes from. It comes from Japan. JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Manufacturer. Mm-hmm. So all your Nissans, Toyotas, Hondas, they all originally came from Japan. So everybody who like really respects them or wants one of those cars is a JDM community fan. So they would want part of the Japanese underground scene, which is huge in Japan. And I could talk about this for hours.
I know.
I would love the next game to be in Japan.
A lot of the Need for Speed games take place in Japan, don't they?
2 of them did.
The newest one does, doesn't it?
Heat takes place in Chicago.
Does it?
Yes.
Why do all the advertisements make it look like you're in downtown Tokyo?
Because that's the style of the game.
It's like tons of neon borders and signs everywhere.
Because it's based off of Chicago, but it's like this futuristic kind of look to it.
So cyberpunk.
Pretty much.
Oh, that came out and people, freaking Muselk was already playing it. It's like, wow, you got off of Fortnite for 10 minutes. So, what's the best showcase event?
Showcase event? It's gotta be the Halo one.
It is
the
the
Halo
Halo
one is so nice. It's just so cool.
It is a perfect fan service.
Mm-hmm.
The fact where they're like, hey, Cortana, why can't I hear you? Why isn't the radios working? You're driving through a tunnel. Like, the stupid fan service is amazing.
Yeah.
I have the big jump at the end. I have clipped off of the Banshee before.
Oh,
Don't ask me how I've done it, because you have to be like 10 seconds ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But I've clipped off of one and it sent my freaking Warthog to the moon.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's awesome. All the showcase events are fun. Except for the train. The train sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. The track is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just actually trying to beat the train is almost impossible. I don't think I've beaten it, and I have almost $200 in the game already.
How? You have no life.
I know.
Your hot chocolate should be fine now.
Why do you terrorize me like this? Yum.
That was all the questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
But we still have like at least 4 to 5 minutes left we need to fill. So like, Forza's fun, just straight up.
Oh, straight up. I've been playing it since Motorsport 3 and Horizon 2. So.
Also, I looked at all the Forza intro screens. 4 is the best. Like, everything else is just picture of car, picture of car.
Mm-hmm.
Why are there people in the first one? This game isn't about people.
Yeah, 4 is the first one to have a rolling intro.
Mm-hmm. And a seasonals. The seasons.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because 3 had a Forzathon, but it wasn't a different season. It was every week they would just replace the shop.
That Forzathon isn't ending for 73 years.
No,
like, we literally
checked
looked
on
it
my
up.
Xbox, like a month ago.
Two,
3 weeks
weeks
ago.
around then, yeah.
And I was playing Forza Horizon 3 just to show him, and I went onto the Forzathon side.
There was something like 72,
like
or no, 100.
hours.
It was like 132,000 days or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was around 72 to 73 years. I'm gonna be dead before that game finishes.
Yes, it's crazy.
I'm not okay with that. Honestly, the seasons in 4 are nice, except for winter sucks.
Winter is the worst because it actually has like playable like friction and like grip with the tires.
I think it looks the best.
It looks the best, but it plays the worst.
Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I was showing my grandfather Forza because he's a big car guy.
Mm-hmm.
He only likes American cars because he worked in a garage because they're cheaper. And I'm like, is that really the only reason you don't like American car or you don't like non-American vehicles? He's like, yeah.
Well, because they cost a lot because of the history behind them and how much they're like in need or how much they're wanted, and just to export them over is the hassle.
It was the winter season when I was showing him. I pull out a freaking Land Rover, and I'm like, I gotta put snow tires on this thing just to make it usable. Like, and of course my Senna sticks to the ground no matter what for some reason.
Because it's the second most downforced car in the game.
That's
true. The first is the IDR.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how do you feel about like the whole, like the decal system?
Oh, the decal system's fine. I've never had a problem with it.
Like the level of creativity that people have.
Yeah.
Some people are really weird with it. Like, how long did you stare at a picture of Rob Talia just to get a good Shield Hero decal on a car I literally will never use ever? Like, some people are a little too extreme with it, but it is a very, very cool. It's a very, very cool system, but I don't have a burp. Okay, I thought I had a burp coming on. Okay, I'm not alright. Cool, good, yummy. But honestly, I think that's everything. Right, check the camera time. Yeah, it's about 20 minutes. That's all we need, really.
Nice. So,
thank you for coming on, sitting there, talking,
No problem.
And thank you all for watching. This has been Hypercardioid, the podcast in 360 degrees. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.